busy life. So thank you so much for engaging, singing and engaging in the devotional service. It's a great fortune. These moments are very rarely one can get. Very, very rarely. So thank you again for joining. So let's say Haribol 3 times to everybody, all of you. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. You also see some few new faces. So you were here last time, yes, and
she's my cousin.
Hare Krishna, Jai.
Divya.
Divya.
And my twins.
Oh, your twins.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Abhiram, Veda.
What is your name?
Abhiram.
Abhiram. Oh, see, we have also another Abhiram. And
Veda.
Veda. Wonderful, very nice. So let's welcome all of you. And Divya, Abhiram, and Veda. And say Haribol 3 times. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. It's so nice that the young children comes together and listen this. Life will completely change. There's a great strength in your life is developed. So wonderful. Also we have a devotee, Mallikarjun Prabhu.
He's our neighbor.
Your neighbor, okay. Okay. And your family was there last time in the temple. Okay, bring them, when you come next time. Mallikarjun Prabhu came first time. I met Prabhuji last week in the temple. Let's also welcome Prabhuji saying Haribol 3 times. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. And also we have, I thought Prabhuji is new. Okay. Yeah, so Mataji is, I think, where is Gayatri Mataji? Yeah. Is your neighbor? Oh, your friend, okay, so nice. What's your name, Mataji? Rekha. So nice. So this is the way that you are the Pada Pradakshina Guru for Rekha Mataji, Gayatri Mataji. So you are bringing a devotee, bringing a soul to Krishna. So you have great credit in devotional credit you have. So thank you so much, Rekha Mataji, for coming for this wonderful satsang, connecting and seeing and engaging in the loving devotion to the Supreme. Anything that we do, even a small leaf that you offer to Krishna, Krishna takes note of that. Krishna takes note of that. Never forget, that's eternal. That's our eternal credit. We know that, sometimes you buy this stuff, you have this much points, what happens? That, what is that mileage, right? Rewards, yeah. Then mileage plus. So you get this many miles, right? If you fly, then what happens? You get a free ticket, free entry, free ticket. Similarly, you have this credit, you have a free entry. You have free entry to the Lord to attain the Supreme. So we're all developing these credits in our life. So thank you, Rekha Mataji, for coming. Let's also welcome Mataji saying Haribol 3 times. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Anybody else? Yeah. Welcome back, Anuradhabari Mataji. So Mataji used to come and many years. And thank you for coming. Let's also welcome back Anuradhabari Mataji. Say Haribol 3 times. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. And also welcome back our Bharat Prabhu. I didn't see you for at least for a month. Maybe. Okay, let's also welcome back Bharat Prabhu. Say Haribol 3 times. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Anybody else? No, everybody is. Okay, everybody is regular, constant. So thank you again. So let's, as I mentioned that, this is our great fortune. This is our the moment in all of millions of lifetime, and we are waiting for these moments. The conscious of Krishna, the conscious of the Supreme Lord, because of He is the cause of all the causes. He is because of Him that everything exists, because of Him that we exist, because of Him that we have this consciousness, because of Him that we can, hear, we can talk, we can do everything in this world. Because of this is a science, this is a spiritual science, but we are not aware of the spiritual science. We are totally, fully engaged in the material science, but beyond this matter, there is a spirit. That's what it is, giving, The spirit is the consciousness. That consciousness gives everything to everything. This world exists because of that spirit, that energy, beyond the material elements. There are so many energies, isn't it? The energy transforms into matter. That's why when you split an atom, what comes out? Energy. Because of it consists of energy. Every matter is consists of every matter is nothing but an energy or a transformation. That's what we call it as gross and the subtle. That energy comes in the gross form. We call it as matter. The energy comes in the gross form. We call it as matter. Then there is another intermediate stage for that. We don't see it, but it functions in different way. We call it as subtle. We don't see it, but we experience it in different way in this world. So like just for an example, this sound vibration. It's a vibration, it's an energy, sound energy. Isn't it? It's an energy, sound. But we hear it in so many ways. There are so many frequencies. Right? Millions of frequencies of this simple, like, it's very unique that if we have 7.5 billion people are in this world. Everybody pronounced very uniquely. And we can, this little membrane in our ears can capture all those. Everybody makes the sound. And the birds, chirping sounds, and this little, squirrel or cricket, whatever it has, its sound. See how beautiful it is. That energy is in a very subtle form and its function is a very subtle form. And we can experience it in the different forms, in different ways. So in our Shastra says, Parasya Shaktir, Parasya. That supreme potency, Parasya Shaktir, Vividaiva Sruyate, is transformed, is converts into various forms. And that's the same case for us as well. That supreme potency is also comes into this, and we also convert to transform as a human or different living entity. That the potency is also within us, existence. That's why we are live. We say we are live because of the existence of that potency. The symptom of life. And whatever, how many things we are doing, just the mere presence of that soul, how many things we do, how many things we remember in our consciousness, how many things, how many ways we utilize, how many ways we put, we can unimaginable ways that we utilize this, our body, our sense, everything. Just because of that mere presence of that soul. Similarly, that mere presence of that soul in this world, how many things are happening in this world? Mere presence of that soul in this world. That is called the super soul Paramatma. Even within this atom, within this wood, that Paramatma exists. You burn the wood, what comes out? Fire. What is this fire? It's an energy. So when you burn the food, what comes out is an energy. Nothing but an energy. So everything, this energy is transformed in so many ways. So energy is everywhere, even in this. And there is a great philosopher says that there is no voidism, there is no void in this world. There's nothing that we can say it is shunya, there is void. Everything is that potency of that Lord. Realize this, we should realize this. Just because of the mere presence of that potency within us, that's why in our Shastra says, Mamevamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanadana Manashastrānindriyāni Prasradhisthāni Karshadi, 15th chapter, 7th verse in our Bhagavad Gita. All living entities are my part and parcel. What does that mean? All living entities are my energy, my part. So then that's what is the Shastras, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Vedas, analyzing this wonderful aspect. Krishna, thank you. Analyzing this wonderful aspect. So we know that same potency is manifested in various ways in this world. Bhagavatam is nothing but an analysis of all these various forms of the Lord. And Acharyas, great spiritual scientists, they realized, they understood, they revealed all this to us. All this to us. Because they have the extraordinary senses. Power. This power we have, this focus is within us. When we tune something, suppose just for an example, you are going to learn something like a music. You have little talent to learn the music. What happens? You try to learn it. What happens? After some time, naturally, you will learn how to sing. Isn't it? Everybody experiences it. And we were giving this example like riding a bicycle. You don't know how to ride a bicycle. What do? First you get the bicycle, you look at it, the parts of the bicycle, pedal, brake, right? And the seat and the wheel and everything. And then now you don't know anything. As soon as you climb on it, you fall down, right? How many you had this experience, the bicycle experience? Everybody pretty much. You fall down. You don't know how to ride the bicycle. Isn't it? So, but you ask somebody you already know how to ride the bicycle. Okay, Proji, can you help me? I want to learn this, how to ride a bicycle. What do you go to him? Okay, he come, okay, this is the brake, this is the pedal, this is the, the wheel, this is the, seat. So all this, right? So please come, Proji. Sit. Yeah. So you get all the information. So first who knows will tell you, okay, these are the different parts of the bicycle. So now, can you help me? Okay, I will help you. So you just just climb on and sit on the seat. Somehow, then this guy, okay, hold me, otherwise I'll fall down, right? And hold me. Many of you had the experience. Otherwise, you're so afraid of it, you can fall down. So this person who already knew, he will hold you with the brake, with seat. Now what will happen? He just started. Okay, he'll tell you that. Okay, now you put your leg on the pedal, feet on the pedal. You just push it. And then what happens? He does it. Still, the person who is helping you is holding this bicycle. So it slowly started to move. So then a little goes, okay, now your teacher will tell you, okay, this is enough, good. You are not going to learn on the first day. You get some experience, what is bicycle? Then what is the next day? Okay, let's practice next day. So you come again next day. You just come and what is the teacher does? Okay, sit on the seat, come on in, put on your pedal and hold your brake. And then you just move the bicycle. Then what happens? After some time, he just release it little bit. He release little bit. Then what happens? The bicycle, now he gets, without the help, without the touch of the teacher, then bicycle moves little bit. Now he gets little confidence. Okay, now without the help of the teacher, now I am moving the bicycle. Isn't it? You see that, we all experience that. Then what happens after some time, he just increase the frequency of that. That's, alone he can ride the bicycle alone. Slowly, he developed that confidence, developed that, the balance, and your mind, your body, your legs, everything works as per that how to ride the bicycles. Now he started. So slowly he now started to move the bicycle, learn the bicycle. Maybe after a week or 2 weeks, now he know how to control, how to drive the bicycle so well. And after a week, after a month, 2 months, we know that the kids, right? They just raise their front wheel and riding the bicycle, right? Just go around. So how do they develop all this? Practice. Just by the practice. So, Krishna consciousness is like that. You get the point? You get the point? Initially we may not. So we need some help. So we get connected. We get the confidence. We get the balance. Everything. So my point was, so these great acharyas, they learned the spiritual science. They learn how to connect ourselves to the Supreme. They are so expert and experienced. They are the teachers. They have realization. They have understanding. They have knowledge. They have information. They all revealed through these shastras. This is that Supreme Lord, that Supreme Potency, that's a potency, that's a Param Potency, Param Energy, Param Atma. They call it in different ways. You are the Paramatma. We are the Atman, we are the part, we are little tiny part of it. But you are the Paramatma, you are the controller of everything, you are the Ishvara. You are controlling everything. You are the Supreme. There is nothing beyond you. And Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Madhaga Paradhanam Nanyat Kinchidastu Dhananchaya Mai Sarvamidam Prodam Sutre Maniganaiva. But Krishna says, Madhaga Paradhanam Nanya, there is no truth beyond me. The Lord, who else can say that? If I go and the junction and to the people, I say, there is no truth beyond me. But the people will pelt you down. You're mad. But here on the other hand, the Supreme Lord himself come on telling you that, yes, there is no truth beyond me. Madaka Paradaram Nanyat Kinchidasta Dhananchaya Mai Sarvam Idam Prodam. Everything comes from me. I am the source of everything. The devotees, this is the understanding, this is the proper understanding one should have. Everything comes from that Supreme Lord. Do you think that there is no source for in this world? There is no source, there is no controller. Think about that. We come into this world like a little child, little baby, tiny baby. After some time, we also have to die. We have to go back. We come into this world. Yes, we may say we come from the mother, father, or whatever it is, mother's womb. But actually, what is that little tiny soul is there? That's why it's making everything possible. The growth, right? It's growth, a little bit. In the 29th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, it clearly gives a very beautiful scientific explanation. The journey of a soul. Journey of a soul. And Bhagavad Gita, very simple, it gives that the total understanding. Dehino asmin yada dehe kaumaram yavanam chara tadha dehantara prapta dhiras tatra namuhyadi. While the embodied soul, the spirit soul, the Atma, the part of that Supreme, embodied soul, journeying from, moving from youthhood to boyhood to youthhood, right? We know that little tiny baby. But now we are 5-6 years old. We are not baby anymore. Our body changes. We are not baby anymore. When you come for 14, 15, 16 years, you are not again a Kaumar, a boy anymore. You are a youth, you are a teen. Then you come to like 30, 35 years. You are not that youth anymore. Now we can see that our hair started to fall. Right? You are getting bored, you are weak, little weak. Then when you come to 80, 70, 80 years old, but the person within you is same. It passes from one stage to another stage. You're understanding? You're seeing that? It's passing from one stage to another stage. Body changes. Boyhood to youthhood, youthhood to old age. Similarly, at the time of death, it passes to another body. A person sure has to die if he has taken a birth. If he has taken a birth, sure has to die. What is this death means? It is just like changing our body, that's it. The death means just changing our body, nothing else. We are eternal. That's why we are known as Satchit Ananda. We are eternal. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says this external truth. Na jayate mriyade va katachin nayam buddhva bhavitva na bhuyade ajo nityam shashvadeyam puranam na hanyade hanyamane sharire. What is that? Supreme Lord is eternal. Do you think that this entire, you don't, next to tomorrow when you get up, you don't see anything? Right? You don't see anything? No, that is not possible. That's not possible. Everything exists, eternal. Because of, what is that cause of that existence? The Lord Himself exists ever. Lord Himself exists ever. It's very difficult to understand, perceive this aspect of it. Because of, we are completely in our material consciousness or matter. Spirit is entirely opposite of matter. So we have to come to that, our spiritual consciousness, spiritual stage, then only we can understand the spiritual science much better. How, I was asking also, I was thinking the same question like this. How Lord exists? Where does Lord come from? Isn't it? Generally ask this question. Okay, there should be a source, there should be a way that where the Lord come from. Even if that source Lord come from, where is that source come from? Can we ever reach to a point where where is God comes from? No. But in spirituality, in spiritual science, it's entirely different. We cannot even perceive that. With our mind, with our intelligence, with our senses, we cannot even perceive that. That's a problem. That's our problem. Because we have 4 defects. Right? What are the 4 defects we have? We have 4 defects. Cheating propensity, imperfect senses, making mistakes, committing mistakes, and being illusioned. We are illusioned. We are illusioned. How do we illusioned? Just for an example, right? When you put something in the water, just the water, you have all did this experiment. Put something in the water. What happens when you look at that, the reflection of it, you see it little tilted, isn't it? Only a few did that experience. Because of the reflection of the light is little different from the light and the object. The wavelength is different from the water and from the object. Because of that wavelength is different, we see that it's too, right? It's little tilted, little, it's not same. Simple. So, if you see something in the water and the object which is inside and outside, the reflection itself is not proper and you don't see it properly, but do you think that, that is correct? You know that the mirror, what exactly happened in the mirror? You see the things, right, in the mirror. What is happening when you see a mirror? Everybody knows that. It's a reflection. It's a reflection basically. And you just light is reflecting. So then actually, when you look at the mirror and say, actually you are seeing your opposite. If you look at the right side of it, then actually it is the left side. Why? It's a reflection of it. But you know that there is another material. It was found out ancient. This is an ancient method, ancient technology which uses. It's make out of a metal. They make out of a metal. The light goes and it doesn't reflect. But you see your original picture without any tilting, without any reflection. This is the world. So many possibilities, so many things happening. We don't know. We don't even know that what is, just in front of us. You know that you heard about the ghost particle? Have you heard a ghost particle, the concepts? How many of you heard this? Ghost particle. No, God, that's God's particle. This is called ghost particle. There are 2 particles. The God's particle and ghost particle. See? Yeah. The scientists found out that. Even through our body right now, So many particles are passing through our body right now, which is a similar feature of that what we have. Similar feature of it. Similar feature that we have. It's called ghost particle. There are parallel universe. Have you heard this word? Technical term, parallel universe.
Yes.
Similar to that, what we do right now. Similarly, there is another universe doing the same thing. The same person, you are sitting here doing the same thing in another universe. It's unimaginable. Unimaginable that what we go through in this world. But we think that I know everything. It's our problem. So dear devotees, that's why it's mentioned that we are easily being illusioned in this world. With our imperfect senses and being illusioned, and we all has various thoughts and concepts and perception. Alright? You agree with me? Do you agree with me?
Yes.
So you're checking the parallel universe, Prabhuji?
Yeah,
So you're checking, yeah? Ghost particle?
the neutrinos.
Neutrinos.
Yeah,
Yes.
the ghost.
Yes, it's there. It's amazing. When you really get into this one, you'll really amazed how this working in this world, everything. Isn't it? So the devotees, this is the fact. This everything is very clearly mentioned and described in our scripture. So we call him that controller of everything. Now we know that the black holes. How many of you heard these black holes? You know what is black holes? Yes? You don't know. What is black holes?
It's in universe which swallowing up everything which goes inside never comes out.
Yeah. So what happens was one point of time, all the stars, basically the stars is actually emitting the light. Okay? One point of time, what happens, stops, there is everything to that point, it attracts everything, there is the thing reflects from a star. Nothing comes out. So when nothing comes out, we say, if a light doesn't comes out from an object, what will happen? We don't see it. Isn't it? If the only light comes, we see it. So this is the eyes and the reflection of it. But here on the other hand, the light doesn't come out, so we say it is a black hole. It's a black hole. It's a black. But actually that object exists. So this is the fact. This is science. This is again being illusion. Things are existing because of we don't see it, we say there is nothing. Very simple. So this is called the another world or the spirituality beyond our material sense perceptions. There are things are existing. Things exist. Okay, so now we call it as it's a black hole. Black hole. What is the function of this one? Attracts everything. Everything it attracts. Then it attracts and attracts and attracts and hold for some time. It is billions of years, okay? It's not that just today everything attracts, tomorrow everything comes. No. It's hold it for billions of years like that. And then how we take a breath? What happened? We take breath, right? Inside. Then what happened? You hold it. And after some time you exhale it. It's a natural tendency of it. Similarly, it emits everything and then it attracts everything. Whatever it goes, it comes out. Everything comes back. That's the time we don't see it. The devotees, very simple in our scripture. In our Bhagavatam, it explains that the Supreme Lord called Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu lies down into this casual ocean. From his pores of his body, each universe comes out. It stays there for some time. Then after that, when he inhales, all these universes, everything that which goes inside the body of Mahavishnu. We don't see it that time. Everything goes back to the body of Mahavishnu. and he hold it for, remember that this is a half breath of a Lord. Mahavishnu inhale, everything goes inside the body of Mahavishnu. When he exhale, everything comes out from the body of Mahavishnu. This is called creation and annihilation. This is the scientists called the black hole concepts. They do not know what is behind it. They say it's a black hole. Black is blackout. But our Shastra, our scripture, our Acharyas, who are the spiritual scientists, they understood and they realized what is actually really happening behind the scene. What is actually happening behind the scene? They knew that, yes, there is a supreme potency. Otherwise, think about that. All this energy comes back. Who can hold this all the energy? It is nothing but just absorbing the energy and releasing the energy. Isn't it? In a various form. And who is actually controlling all those? We call him as Ishvara because he is a controller. He is a controller. He is an energy. He is a complete, putting together, and he is a person as well. So this is called the spiritual understanding and spiritual studies. A devotee is amazing. So wonderful. It's a completely spiritual science. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Maya Dhakshena Prakriti Suyade Sacharacharam Hedu Nanena Kaundeya Jagat Vivari Vartade. Maya Dhakshena Prakriti Suyade Sacharacharam. Under my superintendence. Maya Dhakshena, that's why Mataka Paradaram Nanyat Kinjil, there is no truth beyond me. So this is a fact. We should understand this totally. This is the way called to be realizing ourselves. We are realizing ourselves. This is very important. And this base and these concepts, and we should, engage in the devotion because of the Supreme Lord exists. He is reality. Only by our spiritual understanding, spiritual vision, we can engage with Him. We can worship Him. Then it is complete. So this knowledge, this understanding must be there in all respect. You're clear now? Many people say there is no God. Because of, I don't know why they are saying there is no God. Because of, you just look at what you are first of all. How do you function? Is it because of you did something or you do something? Everything is controlled. Even an atom is controlled by that supreme potency. So there is controller and there is controlled. Okay, controller and controlled. Karya, karanam. Cause and the effect. Cause and the effect is all about the supreme potencies. Nothing else. So we should realize this fact. So, our human form of life is meant to realize this total understanding. Our human form of life is nothing but just to realize who we are, who I am. You get that point? Only in the human that we can have this understanding. Only in this human. Because of only in the human that we get the higher consciousness. You know that what is the symptom of life? What the total summum bonum of what we are actually? What we are actually? The consciousness. The moment you don't have this consciousness, what you are? Dead. You are dead. You don't know anything, nothing. You cannot do anything. You cannot move even the finger. The moment you have the consciousness and the moment you don't have the consciousness, that's the matter. That's what it is this we have. So, think about that. Even you can take all these varieties of these living entities. Think about a dog. Dog also has a consciousness, but not like same as the human, isn't it? The dog, the symptom of life is consciousness. Every living entity has this consciousness. That consciousness is varied. It's different. And who gives and how one gets this consciousness? Every living entity has the consciousness according to their body. That's why whatever the consciousness you develop, accordingly you get a body. Where it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita? Where it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita? 7th chapter, I'll give you some clue. Andakale chamameva smaran mukta kalevaram. But actually the real verse is Yammam vavismaran bhavam tejjande kalevaram tam tam evadi gaundeya. See? Whatever the consciousness you develop, that's what is you are going to become. Yamyam vavismaran bhavam tejjande kalevaram tam tam evadi kaundeya yadinatra asamsheha. There is no doubt. So devotees, this consciousness makes possible that decide that what the body you want to get in your next life. The human consciousness you have, you are not utilized properly. And if you don't develop this spiritual consciousness, you have this material consciousness, what would happen? You will be a material, any body that you can develop accordingly. So all this matters is the consciousness. It is nothing but is a science. It's nothing but a spiritual science, nothing but a science, dear devotees. Whatever the consciousness you develop, that's what is you are going to become. It's just we are developing a mold in this lifetime what we want to become in the next lifetime. That's why it's human form of life. So this human form of life is it's very rare to have. Very rare to get this human form of life. After many millions of lifetime, after that, one get this human form of life. Durlabha manava janama satsange. Durlabha tarahoye bhavasiddhure. This material is considered as an ocean. Samsara. Material ocean. Samsara. Chakra. We are in the cycle of this chakra. So these are all transcendental knowledge or understanding. So devotees, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, our scriptures reveals this transcendental knowledge. Wonderful knowledge, spiritual knowledge. So we should understand only in the human that we can have this higher consciousness so that we can perceive, we can connect, we can realize the supreme, that our supreme potency, that supreme Lord. Only in the human. That's why this human form is given. I don't think an elephant standing there will think about the Lord. Because of they are conditioned. Every living entity is conditioned in this world. Like an elephant has a huge body. What is his main concern? How to eat. Isn't it? He goes to an event, we know that many times we take these elephants in the temple. You know that many festival, elephant is there. Elephant is holding the load on the back. Even though elephant holding the load on the back, what is the elephant consciousness? How can I get banana? How can I eat? But human is not like that. He understands, he knows that. He asks this, he only can ask this question. What is that question? What is that question? Who am I? Where did I come from? Who am I? This is called only in the human, this adado brahma gigyasa. Adado brahma gigyasa. Only in the human that we can completely transform or have this higher consciousness. Only in the human form of life. Right? So dear devotees, we should always have this understanding. It's a pure science. Pure science. Everybody should have this understanding. I am part of that Supreme. The Lord is like us. You know that everybody must have learned the DNA and RNA. What is DNA? deoxyribonucleic acid. RNA ribonucleic acid. This is the fundamental structure or the mold of a living entity. Right? So you may wonder, the highest form of this ladder is actually this beautiful, that the human is not that evolution actually. You know Darwin's theory? How many of you know Darwin's theory? Theory of Darwin's theory? You must have learned this.
Yeah.
What is that?
Theory of evolution.
That's just one part of it. That's just much later. How originally the life form started in this universe. Eh? That's also, Big Bang is also another also aspect. But originally, where this life, the original, the very primordial, the life started where?
The water.
Eh?
Water
In the water.
as a micro.
As a water. So how this life form comes into the water? What the Darwin says? So of course, scientist says that initially there is a big bang, everything was so hot. Yes, our scripture also says the same thing. And then it was so hot and the rain comes there, and there are thousands of years there was continuous rains, right? Continuous rains. And then what happened? Through the rain, what happens? Then this RNA, RNA came to the water from the ether. Didn't say that it's come from the water. From the ether, from the air, this RNA fall into the water. What is that? Nucleic acid. That is a ribonucleic acid. It's a nucleic acid. Nothing but. It's a nucleic acid. It came to the water. Then from the RNA, it has the basic of it, basic structure of it. The DNA developed. The DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. So this RNA is the basic structure of it. It's coming from the ether. So we know that what is DNA. If you look at the DNA structure, is actually, it's like a huge factory. Can you believe it? When you just slice it, dissect it, you took a picture of it, it's like a huge factory. Nothing but. It's a huge factory. And this combination of it, this is the basic structure of it. And even if you take, and everything is actually the mold, like you make a mold and then you create so many things out of it. A tree has a different DNA structure, and the human has a different DNA structure. So this DNA, it says that, which come from the ether, come from the air. What is our Bhagavad Gita says? Where the soul come from? How the soul comes into this world? Through the rain. Through the rain. Through the rain, the soul comes into this world and get into the grains, and then person eats that. Then that soul goes inside the body, and then reproduction. How beautiful it is! Is there any difference between this scientific findings or what we have already in our scripture? The devotees, that's why we all have to read and understand our scripture. This is the original proof. This is the original proof. It's not mythology. Don't say that. People say it's a mythology because they don't understand. They don't understand. They say it's a mythology. It's not myth. It's a science. It's a fact. It's a truth. That's why we call it absolute truth. We call it tattva. Only in our scripture we say it is tattva. Tattva means absolute truth. There is, what do you mean absolute truth? There is nothing that you can, divert it or you can change it. It's absolute truth. So dear devotees, should have this. This is our great fortune to have this understanding and the consciousness that we have, connecting ourselves to that Param Atma, that Supreme. This is called yoga, and when we do it with love and devotion, we call it as Bhakti Yoga, and this only way that we can easily connect to that Supreme is the best way. We cannot go to the forest nowadays, right? The moment you go, then you will be gone. Will not be able to come back. That's right. So,
Tattva is telling.
yeah, see, Tattva is telling the Tattva, the truth. So, the devotees, the best way that we can connect ourselves to the Supreme. Okay, so this was the prelude. Okay, this is what is called trailer, right? Is that called trailer? I didn't even get into the actual topic. Teaser. Teaser. Okay.
Preface.
Preface, prelude, trailer. Okay, is all there. Okay, so now let's get into our beautiful topic of Bhagavad Gita. The devotees. Yesterday, last class, I was mentioning about the importance of Bhagavad Gita. Everything is here in this one book. How many of you have? You have Bhagavad Gita? You have. How many of you? Rekha, Veda, Abhiram. You have Bhagavad Gita? This one? Arey wah! Give him a big round of applause. You're reading? Great. Wonderful. See, that's why you're here. That's why you're here. Come in front of the Lord. You like it, Bhagavad Gita? Wow. Amazing. Wonderful. About Veda. You have it? Read it. So you have tins. So you should have the same, right? The talent, the consciousness, the understanding. Wonderful, dear devotees. Okay, so we'll read. This is the last verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, 40th verse. You can take. We'll finish. It will be very important. That's why I just gave this because of otherwise what will happen? You will have very different understanding. 43, yes. 343. 343. I mentioned that in my email today, everybody should have the feedback. Everybody should have the Bhagavad Gita. You have? Yes. You have iPhone? Yeah, okay. Right. 343. Everybody, please fold your hands. Where is all our kids, all our youth? All the children, come here. Okay, fold your hands. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayanam Namaskrityam. Naram Jaiva Narottamam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam. Tado Jayamudiraye. Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu. Nityam Bhagavada Sevaya. Bhagavadi Uttama Sloke. Bhaktir Bhavadi Naishtigim. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse number 43. Evam buddhe param buddhva. Samstabhyatmanam atmana. Yahi shatrum mahabaho. Kamarupam durasadam. Evam buddhe param buddhva. Samstabhya atmanam atmana. Jahi shatrun mahabaho. Kamarupam durasadam. Evam buddhe param buddhva. Samstabhyatmanam atmana. जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम् Please recite.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम्
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम् एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम् एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम्
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम्
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुरासदम् एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम् एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम् एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम् एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम्
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम्
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम् That was a duet, eh?
Only the twins.
Oh, yes. They are twins too? Okay, please recite.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा. No, one by one can read. संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम्. एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुरासदम्
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम्. Both of you try.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
संस्तभ्यात्मान आत्मना
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुरासदम्
कामरूपं दुरासदम्.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुरासदम्
कामरूपं दुरासदम्. शालिनी माताजी.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्धा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
संस्थाप्यात्मानमात्मना
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुरासदम्
कामरूपं दुरासदम्.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
संस्थाप्यात्मानमात्मना
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुरासदम्
कामरूपं दुरासदम्.
एवं बुद्धिं परं बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
संस्थाप्यात्मन आत्मना
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुरासदम्
कामरूपं दुरासदम्.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मनं
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम्. Okay, Anila, yeah, you're done. It was a duet, okay. Yet, that's fine. Good. Okay, who else? Aditi?
I did it.
Oh, you did it? Okay, wonderful. Jack. About here, Rajesh Prabhu. Tarun Prabhu.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
संस्तभ्यात्मनात्मना
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुरासदम्
कामरूपं दुरासदम्.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुरासदम्
कामरूपं दुरासदम्.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
संस्तभ्य आत्मानम् आत्मना
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुरासदम्
कामरूपं दुरासदम्. Back there.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुरासदम्
कामरूपं दुरासदम्.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
संस्तभ्यात्मानम् आत्मना
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुरासदम्
कामरूपं दुरासदम्.
बुद्धे परम बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
संस्तभ्यात्मनम् आत्मना
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुरासादम्
कामरूपा दुरासदम्. Utkarsh Prabhu did it.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रु महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
रूपं दुरासदं
कामरूपं दुरासदम्. About Tattva.
He already said.
Sundara Prabhu.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
तभ्यात्मानम् आत्मना
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुराशदम्
कामरूपं दुरासदम्. About the backbench there.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा
संस्तभ्यम् आत्मना
संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो
कामरूपं दुरासदम्
कामरूपं दुरासदम्. The reason I was asking everybody to recite how beautiful, what a vibration, isn't it? Goes to the heart, goes to the ears, it purifies our heart.
And many of us
Memorized already. So this is another way. Even half a verse of Bhagavad Gita, it has a great benefit. Okay, so let's go word by word meaning. Evam, thus, buddhe. No, I didn't. Gayatri Mataji, you wanted? I forgot to mention. Vasanta Malini Mataji also. Evam buddhe param buddhva संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम्. एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम्. You're missing anybody? Back. Only Tattva. Okay. So we'll go word by word meaning. Evam, thus, buddhe, to intelligence, param, superior, buddha, knowing, samstabhya, by studying, atmanam, the mind, atmana, by deliberate intelligence, jahi, conquer, satru, the enemy, mahabaho, a mighty armed one, kamarupam, in the form of lust, durasadam, formidable. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Okay. Just a little.
Be careful.
Yeah, just put it on the back. Yeah, that's fine. Good for now. Okay. So we'll go. Translation. Thus knowing oneself to be transcendental to the material senses, mind and intelligence. O mighty armed Arjuna, one should study the mind by deliberate spiritual intelligence or Krishna consciousness, and thus by spiritual strength conquer this insatiable enemy known as lust. Okay, there is a wonderful formula, a great formula, how one can be transcendental, goes beyond our material, all this entanglement. So read the purport. The third chapter of Bhagavad Gita is conclusively directive to Krishna consciousness by knowing oneself as the eternal servitor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead without considering impersonal voidness the ultimate end. In the material existence of life, one is certainly influenced by propensities for lust and desire for dominating the resources of material nature. Desire for overloading and for sense gratification is the greatest enemy of the conditioned soul. But by the strength of Krishna consciousness, one can control the material senses, the mind and intelligence. One may not give up work and prescribed duties all of a sudden, but by gradually developing Krishna consciousness, one can be situated in a transcendental position without being influenced by the material senses and the mind, by steady intelligence directed towards one's pure identity. This is the summum total of this chapter. In the immature stage of material existence, philosophical speculations and artificial attempts to control the senses by the so-called practices of yogic postures can never help a man towards a spiritual life. He must be trained in Krishna consciousness by higher intelligence. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmandam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta. Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Lokanath Swamirame. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamirame. Namaste Saraswata Deve Guruvani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane. Devotees, we concluding this chapter. What is this chapter? Karma Yoga. So what a beautiful way it's concluding. A few verses. Arjuna is asking the question to Supreme Lord, why everybody in this world is repeatedly, even though know that they are doing the sinful activities. What is the sinful activity? Which is against the will of the Lord. Anything which goes against the will of the Lord, we are actually engaging in the sinful activity. This beginning of this chapter is revealing that what is the sinful activity. Can you tell me that what is the one sinful activity we all do every day? One sinful activity we do every day. We learned this Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3. One sinful activity we do every day. One sinful activity we do every day, 3 times a day, at least, or 4 times a day. Eating. How we are eating? Actually, Krishna says this one in the Bhagavad Gita, right? What we do without offering to Krishna. Are you sure? We offer. Are you sure? Every time? Everything what we eat? Okay. So devotees are exempt for that. Otherwise, we are eating the sin every day. Doing the sin every day. We don't offer that what you eat. Right?
Not only eating food, everything that we use, right?
Yes. Everything we should relate it to Krishna. Bring Krishna in the... That is the summum bonum of this chapter, first of all. And Arjuna asked this question, why people are doing this sinful activity even though they know that this is sinful. We know that we should offer anything that to Krishna, but what do? We go to a restaurant, we go here, we go there, we go that place, this place. Okay, as soon as he go, as he is, go. What do? Sinful, we are eating the sin. Why? Why we are doing that? Why we are doing that?
Ignorance.
Not ignorance. The lust, the desire, the sense gratification. Okay, I wanted to enjoy this. That time you forget everything. You forget everything. This is the reason you do that. Immediately you jump on it. Forget everything else. Now senses are in place. The senses are dominating you. Isn't it true? Your intelligence is not dominating you. It's the senses are dominating you. That's why Krishna says here, Okay, first of all, we should come out. Last class was that 5 main components of our body. What are the main 5 components of the body? Yes, that's true. But body, senses, mind, intelligence, and soul. Okay? Body, which is higher than the body? Which one is higher than the body? Senses. What is higher than the senses? The mind. What is higher than the mind? Intelligence. And what is higher than the intelligence? The soul. Okay? The soul is covered by these 4 layers. The soul is higher on top of it. So we have to reach to the soul. But where we are now? Where are we now, right now? In our body. Right? Completely. Bodily things, everything bodily. You are American, you are Indian, you are Western, you are black, you are white, you are that, you are this. You are male, you are female, you are this. Where is come from? It's coming from where? The body. Isn't it? But you are spirit soul, actually. So this come from where? This come from the body. We are actually on the body. We have to come out of it. Then it comes to the senses. Yes, immediately we see everything, we know that. But it comes to the senses. We are completely kind of immersed into a sensual, pleasure. Sensual pleasure. Yeah. Then what we do? Yeah. So what we do next? We have to overcome our senses, isn't it? How do we overcome the senses? Control the mind. Now it's very difficult to control the mind too. What we use for it? Yes, intelligence. We should use intelligence to control the mind. Right? So yes, that will be there, but focus here, okay? The focus should be here. Control the mind. Control the mind, yeah? This is all our testing. Yeah. Control the mind. Don't fall down back. Yeah. So, yes, control the mind. So, we have to control our mind in order to overcome our body senses. How we control? With the intelligence. So, we have to come to our intelligent level. Come to our buddhi. That's why this verse itself. What it says that? With our deliberate intelligence. With our deliberate intelligence, what we should do? We should control everything and come to our original spiritual identity. What is the deliberate intelligence? That's called Krishna consciousness. So we should bring Krishna in our life, then only that we can overcome all these and we can come out our sinful reactions of the life. So there is so much to speak about this word. So that's why the devotees, when we come here with our body, mind, sense, everything is focused on Krishna, chanting the holy name, remembering and realizing and identifying. And then ultimately we are engaging in the loving devotional service to the Lord. So we are completely surrendering. That's why Krishna says that. Come to me. Come to that spiritual level, dear devotees. Then we will be free from, we completely will be, in spiritual consciousness or Krishna consciousness. Then what will happen? As I mentioned in the beginning, what would make our next life? The consciousness. So what will happen if you have spiritual consciousness? It's true, it's a fact. You have spiritual consciousness or Krishna consciousness, what will happen? We will attain Krishna, we'll go back to Godhead. You have the material consciousness, will be here in this plane, this material world. Wandering in this material world. So we are spirit soul. We are eternally spirit soul. So this is the fact and this is the truth. That's what Krishna is saying here. Only by we have to Krishna consciousness. By this loving devotion, we can become Krishna or Krishna consciousness. Okay, thank you so much. We'll stop here with this note. We'll continue this on the next class about how we can gradually, it's very difficult, okay? Even to come out from our bodily conception of the life is very difficult. So we have some tools and techniques. We have some tools, we have some methods. So slowly, if you apply that method, what happens? Slowly we can come our, from our bodily platform or bodily conceptions of the life. Then how we can come out from the sensual conception of the life, or sense gratitude. Or that's the root cause of our problem, the lust, the desires, the sensual activities. Then we will see how we can come out of our mental problems. How we can overcome this mind. Then we can see how we can deliberately use our intelligence and how we can reach to that soul level, on the spiritual level. So we'll take that. The next few classes will be on that topic. How we can slowly come to that spiritual consciousness. How we can situate in our original Krishna consciousness. Okay? Thank you so much. And are there any comments, any concerns, any questions? Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yes, Prabhuji.
So Prabhuji, you said that when the consciousness is not there, some people consider as a dead, right?
Yeah.
So how it's different when the soul goes away or the consciousness,
Soul is the symptom of life. The existence of the soul is the consciousness.
So soul is a consciousness?
Consciousness, yes. Soul is never dead. Soul is always active. That is called eternal, ever living, ever exist. So then the soul is not there in our body, no more consciousness.
So the property of soul is consciousness?
Yes.
But it's not vice versa.
It's by?
It's not vice versa.
It's not vice versa.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Symptom of life is consciousness. That's the soul, presence of the soul is that everything, right? Yes, we can say unconscious state of people doesn't know much, but the soul exists. But still is his inner, he does not externally aware of it, but internally he is aware of things like a coma, person in a coma. We have this near-death experiences. We have different experiences that a person, he can tell that what is happening around him. But he's conscious, even in sleep, deep sleep, we are unconscious. But we see the dream, we see how that, so we can see it. So that's what it is there around. But the soul is not there, nothing is not there. Nothing is there. Soul is the symptom, soul is everything. So everything comes from the soul, that makes consciousness, that makes everything possible.
So soul is in our heart.
Soul is in our heart.
But the consciousness is like the
Yes.
whole body.
Yes, exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's why we can get all the senses turn.
Yes. Spread around all everything. Soul is not just like, even though little tiny, a little part and parts, little tiny is there, but it's spread all over the body. It's called prana. You know that prana goes by pranas. Prana can go only because of the presence of the soul. It takes that, it present, it spreads everywhere. Apana, vyana, apana, samana, udana, vyana, there's all 5 kinds of pranas. Life force. So this is another study of, how it functions, where it spreads, how it goes, how heart beats. What is actually it takes throughout the body, in every inch of every cell of our body that goes and functions and works. Is okay?
So you
Thank you.
mentioned the soul goes to the entire body?
No. Soul
It's stationed.
eh?
It's stationed somewhere.
Yes. Think about that. The Supreme Lord, He is Paramatma, is the one. Just for an example, like a sun, how far He sits there on the sun, right? How far? But we feel it right here, right? Sitting in our home. Early morning, the light comes. Sun is there, light is there, spread everywhere. Similarly, just sitting that soul there is spread all over the body, the presence of the soul. That's how our eyes works, our ears works, our hands moves, our nostril taking breath inside and outside. Digestion, what Krishna says there. Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva. I am in the stomach as the fire, the digestion of the fire. Agni, Jadaragni is a name, and there is even a name for it. Vaishwanara. The Lord is in the stomach, his name is called Vaishwanara. He does everything. The Lord. Lord is in everywhere. That's even the 12 parts of our body we put that, Keshava, Narayana, Madhava. And it is mentioned that if somebody has some stomach problem, Just that, the deity of that stomach, that's, we have, okay, Narayana, Vishnu and Vamana, both sides. Just pray to him. Just pray to him. Your stomach problem is solved. So he's there. So, yes. So what is the question? Raise your hands. Oh, yeah.
Actually, I was hearing in one of the lecture, they said that if you recite Bhagavad Gita shlokas
Yeah.
At the time of death,
Yeah.
you actually won't see Yamadutas. Is
Yes.
that true?
That's exactly true. Exactly true.
Is it supported?
Just, that this is the truth. This is Shankaracharya mentioned. Shankaracharya mentioned the Govinda study. Bhagavad Gita Kinchida Dida Ganga Jalalava Kaniga Pida Sakratabhi Ena Murari Samarcha Kriyade Tasya Yamenana Charcha. Yamenana Charcha. Bhagavad Gita Kinchida. Even you read the Bhagavad Gita little bit, even little bit. Bhagavad Gita Kinchida Dita Ganga Jalaleva Kanika Pida Sugurdabhiyena Murari Samarcha Kriyade Tasya Yamenana Charcha. It's beautiful. Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhamade Samprapte Sannihide Kale Nahi Nahi Rakshadi Dukkrim Karane. It's beautiful. Even if one person, Bhagavad Gita, Kinchidata Gita, even little bit of Gita you recite, you read Bhagavad Gita, and you comes together and you samarcha, Murari, you talk about Krishna, Kriyadesasi, Yamena Chacha, that person will never come into the list of Yama. And what about Yamadutas? Even not in the list of Yama.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for taking us.
Not even come into the list of Yama. Not about Yamadutas.
So it's a Yamlok bypass.
So this is also mentioned Srimad Bhagavatam. A devotee, Yamaraj said to the Yamadutas, those who are a Vaishnava, not even go near to that village where the Vaishnava lives.
This gives us more inspiration, right?
Yes. It's amazing, it's wonderful, it's wonderful science. This is a science of spirit, how it works, how it's transformed, how to transport, how to migrate from one to another. For devotee, it's a complete protection. Complete protection.
Let's live together.
Eh?
Let's live together.
Just live together? Yes, that's true. That's true. When the satsang is a complete protection. Complete protection. Okay.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
At least we are very happy that through you we are able to recite the slokas.
I mean, and I think kids are also very inspired.
It's very powerful. Very powerful.
Mataji doesn't have Bhagavad Gita.
Oh, you don't have Bhagavad Gita? Who doesn't have Bhagavad Gita?
Mataji doesn't have.
Can give you this. You have not a Bhagavad Gita.
I'm going to Sunday.
I have like 2 boxes I can get here.